Yeah, but you still hot light your cigars.
I don't care, Dave.
I'm still not Steven.
No, you're not.
But I'm Dave.
And I'm David, and I'm a Texan, and I love cigars. This is the Roadshow. All right, welcome back, guys, for another show. Steven is still sick. We are in Tobacco Cabana in Cedar Hill. We do thank Steven and Rhonda and Bob for letting us do the show in here. The show must go on. He's not feeling well. We do wish him the best and getting better. I know he'll get over that soon. But in the meantime, Dave's here.
I am.
Dave is here. He's filling in. He's like a trooper.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, right. Right. He gets to be here for the whole show instead of sitting off to the side and going, hey, remember me?
You remember that one toast that I didn't have anything? We're speaking of, our glasses are empty.
They are empty. We need to fix that. How do we fix that, Dave? What'd you bring?
I brought Michters.
Michters?
I brought a standard,
Yeah, that is a standard.
A core addition to your.
It's a must-have.
This is a must-have to your own collection.
Yeah, it is a must-have, and I do enjoy a Michters. Yeah, thank you, sir.
A couple years ago,
don't need a whole bunch for a toast.
No, a couple years ago on my trip to Kentucky and Bourbon Trail and Bourbon Row, they're on Main Street. My favorite distillery to visit. Only because they let me into the speakeasy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That is always a plus, right? Mm-hmm. But I hope that gave you guys some time to get something in your glasses, your cups, whatever you're using to toast with, whether it's coffee, juice. It can be water. It can be nothing. Raise your hand, right? Because we're toasting you. The viewers, we appreciate you so much. To good friends, good conversations, what we call Texas toast. Cheers, brother. Boom.
All day long, every day. Well, not all day long, because I can't drink all day long, but
up to the nose, just coming up to the nose. I was like, oh, that's, that was so nice.
And this is their small batch. I mean, this is their standard.
Yeah, that's
expression.
Just the standard stuff. Yeah.
You can get this at any Total Wine, your local liquor store should have this. If they don't, ask them or find a new liquor store.
Yeah. Right. And the cigar we're drinking is the Villiger.
The cigar we're drinking?
Yeah, right. How many? Wait a minute. Let me cut that, right? I'm going to cut that. No, the cigar we're smoking with what we're drinking, we toasted, now we're smoking, right? Good catch, Dave, is the Villiger 1888. This, another good mild cigar. Last show, we had a good mild.
Where the last show, it was an Ecuadorian, and it was a Connecticut.
Yeah.
And it didn't state, remember last show, we said that there wasn't a Connecticut leaf. I said that I felt that it was the shade.
Okay.
This one I think is the broadleaf.
Okay. Why do you think that?
The characteristics of it. Okay. If you remember last show, the leaf was a little bit smoother. This one's got a little bit more toothiness, which is the characteristics of the broadleaf.
True. Okay.
And the flavors on it. The flavors are have a little bit more of a stronger earthiness and a subtle hints of spice.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what the blend is saying is it's a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, and it is balanced with a core of long filler tobaccos from Dominican Republic, Nicaraguan, and Mexican San Andres.
Yeah, and I would definitely say that this is in that mild
Oh yeah.
in that mild range.
Yeah, this is definitely in that mild range. And then on top of that, it's a Corona size, which is my Corona or Lonsdale is my go-to.
Yeah, I absolutely love the Corona, the Lonsdale, the Petite Corona. If you're looking for a 30, 45 minute smoke.
Yeah.
And the spice, keep in mind, when something's peppery, we're going to say it's peppery.
Yeah.
If it's spice, we say it's spice.
Right.
We're talking cooking spice.
Yeah, cooking.
And so I'm getting a little bit of cumin.
Are you?
Out of this, and I like that. That's that earthy cooking spice type note.
Okay. It's too bad we're not doing a pairing right now. We're getting ready to go into some news. And Dave has got some news on an interesting cigar, Matt Booth, Room 101, right? This is I'm not familiar with this Red Rocket.
I've not tried this. I've not seen this. But this is Room 101 and Sir Louis Cigars collaborate on the Red Rocket. Now it's coming out in a 6x52 Toro,
Okay.
which is your standard Toro size.
Standard.
And a lot of people, I enjoy Toro myself. Hunter and Matt at St. Louis Cigars embody the very essence of brand partnership that we work best with. They've always afforded our brand the highest levels of attention, and it felt, now this is coming from Matt, and I felt that they were great place to delve further into the partnership by taking things collaborative and co-branding the stage of the partnership and the relationship. This is interesting. Now, it doesn't give anything out on the blend.
Okay.
At all, which honestly is not surprising from Matt, because you know how Matt, he likes to surprise us on things.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Now this you're going to find interesting, David. The Room 101 Red Rocket is produced by William Ventura of Tamboril in the Dominican Republic.
Wow, okay.
Cigar has an earthy and gritty smoke, offering deep bass notes with a balance and sophistication. This decent nicotine kick without being harsh or frontally aggressive, and has a clean finish. Now they do say that it does have a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, but they don't really tell us much more than that, other than that Nicaraguan and Honduran.
But a nicotine kick.
A little bit of a nicotine kick.
So for all those people out there that enjoy a little oomph with their cigar,
this is going to be one, and it's coming in at a $13.99 price on it, which is a good price point for that Toro. And I would, just from what they're saying about this, I would just say that this is going to be very, if you like the Room 101 13th anniversary cigar, this is going to be one to look out for.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. All right, that's a good tip of news. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Got a little bit more news. We're still smoking on this Villiger 1888, which is rather pleasant.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm enjoying it with the Michters.
It's going good.
Solid.
But we're not doing a pairing right now.
No, we're not doing a pairing. That's later. Stay tuned for that, okay? Right now, I've got a little bit more news. I would say one of our favorite
yes.
blenders is Luciano. Just a genius.
Brilliant
to sit and listen. If you ever get the chance to sit down, which I have, and Dave has too.
Many times, yes.
To sit down and listen to that man talk about cigar blends, tobacco blends, what each one tastes, and do this and do that, you need to do that if you ever get the chance. He is a tobacco genius, a savant, if you will.
One of my top 5 blenders of all time, and there's some great ones out there.
Anytime I hear new Luciano blend, my ears perk up.
Yes.
He is one of the ones where if I say if somebody says Luciano's coming out with a new blend, my ears perk up because I love his blends.
I'm on the hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've sat and talked to him and just have seen the genius of his blending knowledge, I just have to seek it out. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So anyways, here we go. The news. Luciano Cigars and Plasencia.
Another fantastic family in cigars.
So we're shooting this right now in the first couple of days of June. And it says that it ships next week. So by the time you see this, it should be in shops. Okay. So Luciano has turned to Plasencia Cigars and its Tabacos de Oriente factory in Honduras for its latest release, a limited edition version of Fiat Lux.
What?
I love that cigar.
So that cigar, and I was at an event with Luciano.
I was there.
And he was talking about this, and I mentioned to him during the recording of this, I said, your Fiat Lux is one of the few cigars that would pair with anything.
Anything. Well, see, I was there, and we were at an event there with him, and got to sit down with him. And at that time, I had never smoked the Fiat Lux. Okay, so I'm smoking. Luciano gives me his personal blend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, said, here, smoke this. Great. Okay, I'm smoking it. It's fantastic. He goes, Brian was there. McGee. He said, you haven't smoked Fiat Lux? No. Brian runs over there and gets me a Fiat Lux. So Luciano then says, okay, you've smoked mine, put it down, light the Fiat Lux, smoke it. Okay, now go back to my other blend, and you will notice a difference because the Fiat Lux makes you salivate more.
Few cigars can do that.
And when you salivate more, your taste buds pick up more.
Yes.
And so it was extraordinary to, again, like we were saying, to listen to his knowledge on why this works, what the human body is doing, and what his blending knowledge is doing in conjunction with the human body, taste buds, everything, all this other stuff. It's just amazing to sit down with him.
He takes it down to the pH level, so he brings us the science into it.
Exactly. So let's get back to this. So they're bringing back the Fiat Lux brand called Fiat Lux Limited Edition. Okay, and it's called the Limited Edition Tenebros.
Tenebros.
Tenebrus.
Yeah, Tenebros.
Okay,
yeah.
This is the first Luciano brand not rolled in Nicaragua.
What?
Yeah. The cigars, which were previewed at PCA trade show in Las Vegas, are expected to start shipping next week, which will, by the time you see this, it's already in shops. We are very pleased to welcome Luciano and his family to produce some of their brands in Honduras. And said Plasencia Cigar CEO Nestor Andres Plasencia. Okay?
Another phenomenal, amazing blender.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't even question that. This is a one-size smoke. We love that, right? I mean, when you blend a cigar specifically for a Vitola.
We talked about that on the previous episode with Apostate, how they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
This is beautiful.
So this is coming in a Toro 6.5 by 52, standard Toro, and it's made with 2 wrapper leaves.
A double wrapper.
2 wrapper leaves. One, Ecuadorian Sumatra, the same one that covers the core Fiat Lux line.
Yes.
Okay. And the other is a Habano leaf harvested from Plasencia's San Agustin farm.
Okay.
Inside is Nicaraguan binder and filler tobaccos, and the blend is intended to be medium to full in terms of strength.
I can see that.
Two different wrapper leaves.
There's few that can do that. I've seen double wrappers and I've seen triple wrappers. Few people can pull that off.
Right, and because you just don't. I mean, why? Why? I mean, most people are like, we just put a wrapper leaf on it. But Luciano, with his genius, I think that's where this comes in. And then you've got Plasencia on top of that.
Well, and here's the thing about Nestor. What Nestor is trying to do and what Luciano has always tried to do, and what your master blenders. There's blenders and then there's master blenders.
Right. Yeah.
Just like within your whiskeys and your wines, you have those that really enjoy and have a passion for the craft of it, and bringing the different characteristics together to create a blend, to create a profile, to create a flavor that they're looking for.
Whereas I just like to drink it.
Right, exactly. Or I just want to smoke it.
Exactly. I'll leave that genius up to those guys, and I'll just enjoy it. So tenebrous, you seem to kind of know what the word meant.
I've heard of the word. What
It's
it means,
Latin.
I don't know.
It's Latin for darkness.
Oh, I did not know that. I've heard of the word before.
So production is limited to 1,500 boxes, each containing 10 cigars. It is suggested retail. This is a premium cigar, $22 each.
I can see that.
Yeah, but that's a Toro.
That's a Toro, and it's a double wrapper.
And it's Luciano and Plasencia.
And it's a double wrapper.
Yeah. I mean, that is, I would have no problem. I would have no problem spending that.
I wouldn't even blink at it.
Yeah. And they're saying, this is another good part here. A portion of the proceeds will go to Plasencia's Souls from the Earth Foundation in honor of Conrado Plasencia, who passed away in September.
Love that.
Okay.
And that is so characteristics really of both Luciano and the Plasencia family.
Yeah, I think so. And they're saying, while this is the first Luciano to be made in Honduras, it won't be the last.
Oh.
Production of the original Fiat Lux line has been moved to Tabacos de Oriente.
Tabacos de Oriente.
Luciano Cigars said Plasencia will be producing another cigar for the company later this year. Wow.
That's exciting.
That is.
And I love that Luciano is expanding beyond Nicaragua. I can't wait to try this cigar and to see what else is coming.
Did you get the from NFG before last, the Ninja?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was a good little cigar that he made. But really, guys, and ladies, if you have not had a Luciano cigar and you find them in your area, do not hesitate. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, so you know that with Leaving Grain, we do our top fives every year.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2023, we're in 24 now. 2023, the Maria Lucia.
Oh yes.
Of Luciano was our number one.
Oh wow.
The prior year,
was it
the Fiat Lux was our number one.
Yeah.
So you have got to try. You have got to go out and smoke Luciano cigars.
Yeah.
They are hands down
I've got
beautiful cigars.
one of the Luciano cigars with Rick Rodriguez.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to bring
I
got to bring you one. I love
Please.
Rick Rodriguez too, and Luciano. So there are those makers out there. So guys, y'all, if I would love to hear, are there makers out there that you guys, your ears perk up when you hear of a certain cigar maker that you go, ooh, because for me, Luciano, Rick Rodriguez, if he comes out with a new blend, my ears perk up. What's some for you?
Luciano, Rick Rodriguez, one of the sponsors of your show,
McAuliffe. Exactly.
The McAuliffe Blue. When I heard about the McAuliffe Blue, I was heading to the store and I was getting some. And I don't know if you noticed, but Lauren, she was there. I went to a cut and light. And she said, okay, Graybeard, I've got to know what you're pairing with us, and brought me on live at that point in time. And I did a live pairing with a Rob Roy of the McAuliffe Blue, and just was talking about through it right then and there. So yeah, when McAuliffe comes out with it, there's a few of them, but Rick Rodriguez is West Tobacco.
Mm-hmm. West Tampa.
Yeah, West Tampa. Yes, yeah. Thank you. West Tampa Tobacco Factory.
Yeah, he's no longer with CAO.
No.
But even the blends that he had with CAO, I love those. I still haven't met him in person. I look forward to that day when I get to. I've had the chance to talk with Luciano, but
Matt Booth is another one.
Yeah, Matt Booth.
We talked about. I mean, just
Apostate. Those guys.
Apostate. Yes,
those guys.
Brandon
and Kendrick.
And Kendrick.
Yeah, those guys. Those guys that have palates like that understand the tobaccos that they're dealing with, and they are big cigar smokers, and then they're blenders at the same time,
Yes.
and then they're working with legendary people in the business
Yes.
to help put their cigars together. Yeah, that
And one more, I would be remiss if I didn't mention his name, because you and I both love just about everything that he's put out, and he's local to our area, Noel Rojas.
Noel Rojas,
When Noel has come, and
one of the masterminds of blending, Noel Rojas. I mean, we could go on. James Brown, Black Label.
James Brown, Black Label, Ryan Rodriguez,
Ohana. He's got some phenomenal stuff coming. I mean, yeah, we could go on. So guys, tell me what you guys are. Who is it out there in the cigar industry that you go, ooh,
Yes.
he's got a new cigar coming out. I gotta go get that. I want to know that. You guys put it in the comments below. Let us know, and stay tuned, because we'll be right back after this.
Today's cigar tip is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars.
Dave, I need a tip.
So you know how last show we talked about our lighters and
Mm.
how the tobacco oils and the oils from the
Right.
fluid can get in and clog up the
Exactly.
the jets.
Exactly.
Same thing happens to our cutters.
No way.
In fact, if you can see here where we've got a little bit of gumminess
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah. Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Well, you know, back in the day, we would use hand sanitizer, or we would use alcohol with our mouse,
Right.
with our mice that
Yeah.
actually had the ball.
Yeah.
Well, I just take a little bit here.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand
Most
sanitizer.
people have some hand sanitizer.
I'm just going to come in here, and I'm just going to clean it right here with it.
Clean it right off.
And,
So that,
and look
yeah,
at that.
and get it off. It's going to take it off of there. Great tip, man. That's something that everybody has. All right, guys.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend.
What are you looking at, Dave?
This is a interesting cigar.
It is. I've done a review on this before. This is the Macanudo Emissary Espana. Thank you to Scandinavian Tobacco Group for sending this to me.
It's got a beautiful,
it is.
beautiful foot band on
I
here.
noticed that too when I did the cigar, how it looks like it's been ripped. It's not
Yeah.
straight across. It's got a great, what do you call that? A royal blue on gold?
Oh, yeah, definitely royal blue. And I like that the foot band came off
Yeah.
with no issue whatsoever.
No issue whatsoever. I've got to find the seam. There it is. And get my fingernail under there. There it is, pop, and boom, it pops right off. No issues whatsoever. No glue coming off.
No.
That's what I love that. Even it's the simplest things when it comes to enjoying your cigars is when the bands pop off at no problem.
Oh, it's
Okay.
so, I know, it's so infuriating when it doesn't.
But this has got, okay, so give you the blend on this. The wrapper is a U.S. broadleaf Claro, 5-year aged.
Which it's interesting that they're saying it's a Claro, because the Claro is a color which typically means green. It's the lighter, but this is.
But it
this
is. It's got a sheen to it.
It does.
You know, so I mean it's on the lighter side of a U.S. broadleaf, okay?
Yeah.
If you will. The binder is Nicaraguan Condega, 6-year aged. Okay, we got 5 to 6 now. The filler on this is Dominican Piloto, 5-year aged, Colombian, 5-year aged, Nicaraguan ASP, don't know what that means. Hopefully somebody can fill me in. 6-year aged, and Spanish, 10-year aged.
This 10-year-old
Espana, so it's Spain. Yeah. Just, I remember what I noted on this, but I'm not going to say anything because I probably don't think you remember what I noted on these things, and I want to see what you come up with. But
a little bit of mint on the footnote.
okay, all right, it's on the lighter side, right? Even though it's a darker-ish wrapper, it's gorgeous. The band, it's classy looking, right? It is just.
It's a classy band. This is a nice, little bit darker than natural Maduro. I mean, it's almost Maduro. It's not complete Maduro.
Yeah, it's on the Habano side, but it is classified as a U.S. broadleaf Claro. It is double capped. I like that. It's got a double cap on there.
I noticed that.
So that's always good because then you can make sure you come in and you just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Picked off the cap. It fits on my fingertip. That's what I love right there, is when the cap just picks off. And then you're still intact with this second cap. So cold draw, what are you getting off that? Great draw. Fantastic draw.
The cigar itself, the body of it's got some nice firmness to it. Almost Cuban-esque style, which is what I expect from Macanudo.
Yeah. So that's what I like about what Macanudo is doing lately, is they're not your average Macanudos anymore.
No, we've even seen it with their Macanudo whites, which is their typical, entry-level brands. We've seen them take the whites and step it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is, so far, this is nice.
Yeah. It's got
I'm getting some of that sweet leather notes on the cold draw.
Okay.
Reminiscent of when you're, the sweet leather that you get on a baseball glove.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see that, yes. I can definitely see that. Now I'm going to go ahead and light mine up. I suggest you do the same. Ooh, that's a really nice room note right there. I do remember this having a great room note, and one of the viewers, I know he was just messing with me, said, "What's a room note mean?"
Room note is what you get off of the smoke when you're lighting it, and what you get off of the smoke itself.
It's this.
Yes.
Oh, there it is, right there. There it is.
A little bit of pepper in that room note.
It's a light.
A little bit of peppercorn, because there's a little bit of sweetness to it. And there he goes.
Yep, there I go. Hot lighting again. I don't care, Dave.
I told him off camera I was going to continue giving him a hard time as long as he kept on hot lighting.
Yep. It'll cool off. So you can see there the intubar rolling with the little holes in there. We'll refer to the little holes in the ash, and you can call it, that's the intubar rolling, which allows for a great draw. I always appreciate those.
What's nice on this is with the firmness that the body has, the shaft, that we call this, the firmness that it has on this, which is typically indicative of a really tight rolling. It doesn't have a tight draw.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah. So you're getting it is definitely on the lighter side of the notes. It's not okay, so if you had wood, it would be a lighter wood. If you had earth, it would be a lighter earth.
Yeah.
If you had floral, it would be the lighter notes of it. It's just not in your face type stuff.
No, it's not by any means. And that sweet leathery note is carrying through in the draw.
Really great on the retrohale. So this is my second time to smoke this, actually on camera. If you guys didn't catch the other one that I reviewed this on, because Macanudo, or I should say Cigar World, sent me a deal saying, hey, you've been selected to test smoke the Emissary. And so they sent me one. And so I did it on camera. Well, of course, Scandinavian Tobacco Group then sent me more cigars to use for the show. So that's what these are.
It's nice to have friends.
It is nice to have friends. You're a friend too, Dave. You know?
I bring you dollars, they give you cigars.
Right. Hey, and I share.
You do.
Yeah.
Every time we come to do these episodes, I'm always going home with more cigars than I came.
That's right. I like to share. That is the benefit of being able to have a show and get stuff to review, and I like to share. So we're on the Macanudo Emissary Espana.
You're
just getting into
enjoyable. This is very enjoyable, and it has your, so far right off the bat. Now I'm not very far into it.
I'm not either.
It has your standard cigar notes
Okay.
that we talked about in the last episode.
Right.
It's got your standard tobacco. It's got your standard leather notes. This so far is a very nice, enjoyable cigar. I'm looking forward to getting into the pairing.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to getting into the cigar more too. But you know what? Here, this is something that just happened, and it was strange. You know, when you're smoking a cigar and you've got it up here, and that smoke that's coming out the end comes back at you. Normally, a lot of times, I can't stand it. It's like I've got to get out of it. That smoke actually went back up my nose, and it was like, oh, that was good.
Oh.
You know, it was actually enjoyable to smell. So that room note that I was talking about before actually was just like that room smoke that's coming out went up my nose, and it didn't bother me. So that was a first for me on this too.
A little bit of coffee notes.
Coffee notes, but it's like light coffee. If you're getting coffee, I want to see if you pick up on one of the things that I picked up on when I smoked it the first time.
Little bit of cocoa, but not your bitter, not your high cocoa quality. This is subtle cocoa notes, coffee notes, still your light, like your lighter roast type coffee.
So we're gonna pair it with Hirsch selected whiskeys, which I've never heard of before until we went to the Underground and I got to meet Neil with Time Out Cigars.
Yes, with Time Out Cigars. And
he's a huge fan. Well, of course, he let me taste some of the ones, and it was a 6-year aged Hirsch. Phenomenal. And so we went to the store and I found this, and I was like, okay, well, why not? This one is the Bivouac Kentucky Straight. It is 100 proof.
But it's not a bottled and bond.
Yeah, it's not a bottle and bond, but it is 100 proof. And I don't know what, I'll look it up while you pour us.
It's right here on the back.
Oh, it is on the back.
So this is a blend of two different.
Okay.
So it's a 95% ratio of a younger blend that's aged 3 years and 5 months that comes in at 95% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley. And then a 5% of an older that comes in at 8 years, 72% corn, 13% rye, and 15% malted barley.
Interesting. And then I'm looking at the bottle, and there's something written on the back side in there, and it's like, okay, it's gonna take me some time and a pair of glasses to see what that says in there. But it's got a story or something in there. I don't have glasses. Can you see what's written? So on the back side of the label, it's got something written, and so you have to look through the bottle.
In 1974, when A.H. Hirsch first imagined his now legendary bourbon, I've got glasses on, but still,
it's hard.
It's hard because you got the spirit in there.
Yeah. So
let's quit. Let's just get into the drink.
Yeah, let's just do that. I think that'll do a lot better than us trying to read something we can't see.
I once saw a meme where it said men's favorite sound, and it was a woman walking across a hardwood floor in high heels.
Okay.
And it came back in and said, nope. That's Ned's favorite sound.
Exactly. That's always a good sound. All right. Bivouac.
Bivouac. So here's a little bit of note for you. This has a 3 years, 5-month-old age and an 8-year age. So by law, what's the age statement of this spirit?
3.
It's got to be the youngest. So this could have a 25-year-old in the blend, but by law, this is considered a 3-year-old.
Yeah, you have to go with the youngest. Age. Yeah. So with that blend mash bill that you're talking about here,
that honey, that corn honey note.
Okay.
On the nose.
Corn
is
honey
nice.
note. Of course, I've had it, a little bit once or twice. Shared it with somebody else too, but I don't remember what it. Because I wasn't paying attention to it. And like we say, when we get on the show here and we start actually pairing something and we're paying attention to it, then I sit down and go, oh, okay. When I have it at home, it's like, you know what? I know it's going to be good.
You're just going to drink it.
I'm just going to drink it.
Yeah.
And enjoy it, yes. So yeah, definitely a light honey. It's got a, decent color to it. It is a honey color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a very light amber note, a very light amber color to it. Never look at your color on something dark. You want to look at your color towards something white.
Yeah. If you can get some light to shine through it, that's what we're looking. Oh, that is. Okay, so I think
the legs are very
off
short.
That sip.
Very short legs. You see that?
Yeah, the legs are short.
Watch out!
So
Look
the
how
sugar,
fast they go down.
Yeah.
So
the
sugar content's very low on this.
Very low. Yeah, they don't hang on that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So is that good, bad?
It's just preference.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's preference. Some people like that higher sugary note, which you could tell because the legs, you can't tell on camera here, but when we're looking at it, the legs, which is what
hangs
the
on the
spirit
glass.
hangs on the glass, it comes down very fast.
It is
So
very
a
fast.
higher sugary content is going to come down much slower to where you can actually kind of see it for some time.
Oh, and then you get some that just hang there and they just don't go down.
So what you notice on this is that the oils on this particular spirit are very light. They're not there at all.
So I think that's a really good, I was going to say, is a really good pairing with this cigar because light and light. This is a lighter cigar. And then that's not a mouth heavy feel whiskey.
Yeah, the viscosity on both of these.
Yeah.
Because the tightness. So when we're talking about the body of a cigar, and we talked about this before, the body of a cigar, most people will say, oh, I like a full, medium, light body cigar. They're thinking in their mindset here of the amount of nicotine and the amount of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
How pronounced that flavor is.
Mm-hmm.
Where the body of a cigar has to do with that viscosity, that mouthfeel, how much smoke. This is a light bodied cigar. Our smoke that we're getting is very light.
Mm-hmm.
The mouthfeel is very light. It's not heavy on this. This is a perfect summer cigar. This is a perfect summer cigar because it's not going to weigh you down.
Interesting. Kind of like what you, of course, we were just, some of the people were talking about it the other day at the lounge. Sorry, phone ringing. But
it's Sunday, they're closed.
Yeah, they're Sunday. Tobacco Cabana's not open. Go away. Sorry. But we were just talking about this at Latitude was, most people don't drink a stout in the summertime.
Right.
Because it's so heavy. I've never really thought about a cigar being a summer cigar.
Yeah, and you can even take this to your spirits as well. Okay, so a spirit, a whiskey, a vodka, a tequila, a rum, a cognac, okay, brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are lighter in the viscosity, like this, the mouthfeel, to where they don't feel as heavy, is a much more enjoyable. And so I can drink this neat on a hot summer day.
Gotcha. Would you put that on ice?
I would.
Would you?
I would put this one on ice. And I don't say that. I mean, you know me. I don't say that often.
I don't, because I don't drink anything with ice unless it's a mixed drink. I just don't. I want to taste the spirit.
No, I would do a nice block. I would do ice cubes.
You can't do something, because this is so light that if you put small ice cubes in there, it's going to water this thing down so quickly, and you're going to lose. It's going to become so light that
it's going to be like you said, it's going to be watered down.
Yeah.
But putting this on an ice cube,
we're talking about a block.
Or, and I'm not a big fan of ice stones, but I use them for this very particular reason, to cool it down. On the. We're in Texas here. I mean, come on. I mean, we've already had a couple 100+ degree days here in Texas.
I mean, because I used to be that way, where it's like, okay, it's summertime. I can't drink a spirit anymore because, you know, it's warm going down. It's warm outside. I need something cool. I want a beer. I want a nice, cool, crisp beer. And so it's summertime. Where now it's like, no, I just enjoy my bourbon so much, I don't freaking care.
But now think of something like this.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's not as heavy of a drink.
Okay.
It's a lighter viscosity of a drink with some ice stones in there.
What about this? Just like we had this on the last show, you remember one of the other drinks that we had, the rock salt.
Mm-hmm.
What if you just dropped a cherry in something like this?
That would be nice.
I think this is light enough, and then you give it a darker note with a cherry.
Yes.
That this is on the lighter side, to where it would just kind of make it almost like a mixed drink. You know,
maybe a dark cherry, like a Luxardo cherry.
Yeah.
Or maybe some aromatic Angostura bitters type.
Okay.
Drop that in there just to kind of bring out some other flavors in there and give it a balance.
And I do like seeing the cigars. We're talking about the cigar. We're doing a pairing with the cigar white ash, not gray, not grayish black.
And that's the age. That's the age of that Spanish
10 year. That's
coming in there.
White ash, and I've been watching my burn line, so I kind of turn it, and the thing catches up. That means well construction. But you look at that white ash right there. It's just you stacking dimes right there. That saying that we have in the cigar world. And then he's got his fingertips right on the burn line, and so I can hold my fingers there and not. That says
that's construction.
Construction. That says a ton about a cigar, because there are plenty that it's like, whew, no, you can't do that.
Oh, that comes into scoring. So when I'm doing a review and I'm actually doing a scoring on a cigar, where we had talked about the foot band, or when we get down here to the band of it coming off, whether or not it rips itself off and it's shredding, or whether or not it comes off nice and clean, whether or not I can hold this, what the color of the ash is like.
If it's flaky, and it breaks off.
I've got a nice little cone into it. I don't want it to be flat. I don't want it to be concave.
Yeah. So what are we looking at? You're well into the first third. What are you thinking about the cigar now? You get any other notes on the flavors? Because what I'll tell you what I got on when I smoked this the first time, and I am still getting it to an extent. I can't remember what I drank. I think I drank water with it, so that was able. I was able to.
It's
more pure of a
pure
pairing.
Yeah.
So I got more of a green tea. Is what I was getting out of it.
I can see that. There's a little bit of that very subtle hints of that floral type note that you would get in a green tea.
Yeah.
But it's very subtle, and it's more on the retro.
Yeah. See, there you go. This is what we're talking about. That nice cone over there.
A nice good cone.
The ash.
You want a nice cone. Yeah.
I know you guys can't see this, but there's just a block of ash right there. It's just that it lays off. Cone is perfect. The burn line is a little wavy, but you keep turning it, it catches up. That says construction. It is a beautiful cigar, double cap, beautiful band. The band's all that, and then you got 10-year, 5-year, 6-year age tobaccos in there.
So let's Macanudo's been around for,
I don't know,
over a century.
Definitely over a century.
Over a century. Okay. Yeah. And what we see from brands like Macanudo and Fuente and Romeo Julieta, La Aroma de Cuba,
Joyo de Monterrey. Can we go on?
Cristo? Yes.
We can go on.
Okay, so these brands that have been around for decades or centuries, what we enjoy about it, what draws us back to them, is the consistency throughout the smoke.
Yeah.
And this one has a consistency throughout the smoke. Okay, so I'm coming into the middle, the second third, you're in your second third.
Oh,
There's
dude.
not a lot of hard transitions, but you have consistency throughout.
Dude, go drink to Cigar and Retrohell, okay? Drink to Cigar and Retrohell. Make sure you Retrohell off of that, okay? Good drink. Go to Cigar and make sure you Retrohell. That was just delicious.
That was delicious.
It just, so it, kind of like what we talked about before, it kind of accentuated. It brought all the cigar flavors up front and more pronounced.
And if you remember what I got on the footnote in the cold before we lit it,
yes,
the mint. The mint came through there on that.
It's
cold.
When we say mint, to me, when I say mint, it's a cool smoke.
Yes.
It's a cool, refreshing, and so for me, when it's cool, my brain clicks and go mint. It's not that you're eating a spearmint candy or something.
But okay, it's not that you're eating a spearmint candy when that spearmint first hits you.
It's cool. Yeah.
But it's that cooling.
It's like being outside when
factor of the spearmint after.
It's when you're outside in a winter, nice, cool frost.
Wait before you do that.
No, what do you mean wait?
Because I'm going to throw
You're not doing it, Dave.
I'm doing it.
You're not doing it. No,
I'm
he's
doing
not.
it.
I told him not to do this.
He did tell me not to do it.
I told him not to do that.
But I want to try this with something that's
Dadgummit.
not quite as a little bit heavier of a drink.
I told him not to do this.
He told me not to do this, but how often do I listen to him?
Never.
The whole idea of exploring the pairings is exploring, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Dave. All right.
so I'm bringing out the Michters.
Okay, so what is your line of thinking on this? You say that again.
I want to see, this is a very nice, very enjoyable, light.
Yes.
Not light whiskey as far as style, but light whiskey as far as
the profile, the
taste of it.
Yeah.
I want to try this with a little bit more of a bolder whiskey that has some oils to it, that has some viscosity to it, to see how it matches
So the
up.
sugar contents on this should be a little bit more than what we're looking at with this. So it's going to have a better mouthfeel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I got to pour my own?
Yes, you do.
Come on.
So we can see the lace on this is much longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much longer. They're not.
Well, the color's deeper.
Yeah, the color is deeper. This is much more of a deeper amber to this.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming in at 105 proof.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit longer of an age statement on this.
How different is the mash bill?
Mash bill is probably going to be pretty close to the same.
Okay.
It's going to be your standard. It's going to be your 65, 70% corn, coming in at probably an equal of your rye,
okay,
and your malted barley.
Okay.
A little bit, it's going to be aged a bit longer.
Okay.
The 3-year age is really what gives the characteristics of this one.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
I want to see.
And we're
how
looking
this-
at minimum, like 5-year age with this or something, or?
Probably looking at between that 5 and 7.
Okay.
Just looking at the color
Yeah.
itself. Looking at the color itself, we're getting a bit more of that caramel type coloring, which comes from that char of the wood.
Yeah, that's definitely a different nose too. I mean, that's a more floral, on the floral lighter side of the nose. This is definitely on the fruitier side.
Yes, it's fruitier and a bit more of that stronger caramel, which is that's going to bring out that buttery notes.
Okay. Okay. It's not bad. That was cigar to drink. I've definitely got to go drink to cigar with
Yeah,
that.
got to go drink this cigar.
Because that one really didn't do anything spectacular for me.
No,
Okay.
I'm curious as to how
I'm,
the cigar is going to stand up to the drink.
yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying the cigar.
Cigar is fantastic.
The cigar is, yeah,
What?
yeah. I mean, that's average. You're hanging in there, Dave.
I'm staying consistent.
yeah,
Just like the cigar, I'm staying
Exactly,
consistent.
Exactly. So we're gonna go drink to cigar on this, right? And that one, when I went drink to cigar retro hell, that one was
It was really good.
that was,
It was
really
really
good.
nice.
So I want to go drink to cigar retro hell again and see what this does.
Hmm.
Oh
Interesting.
wow, yeah, that was much better. Apricot.
Yes. Apricot with some peppercorn.
Okay, I can see the peppercorn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my tongue is tingling. Apricot, definitely. That was nice. That was nice. That was really good.
Both of them compared to each other, though.
How do you, I mean, because they're, it's like, it's not like dark with dark. Which one do I like better? This is dark and light,
Yeah.
floral and fruity, totally different. It's like,
This one here is bringing more of that earthy honey type notes.
honey? Yeah. This
the
is,
earthy honey notes. This is that dark fruit.
yeah.
This is that
Stone fruit.
stone fruit, that
yeah.
peppery that's
Yeah.
coming through
Yeah.
on this.
I
I
like
mean,
this.
if you look at just look at the color.
Yeah.
You've got deep amber here, and you've got lighter golden amber here. I mean, almost honey.
I like
color.
both. I did like both of them, but this one, that was, and I'm going drink to cigar retro hell. That's where the kicker was.
Yes.
That's where the kicker was. That made a huge difference. I liked both of them.
I loved both of them. For me, this is a summer drink,
Okay,
and this one.
that's a summer drink. I don't care.
This is summer drink, but this is an anytime drink.
Yeah,
I may not drink this. I may not do this in
the
that
winter
winter time when I really want that warming aspect.
gotcha.
This one here, I can do any time.
Okay, let's see if there's a difference between let's smoke retro hell drink.
Okay.
Okay.
That is just so enjoyable.
Yeah, it's nice. I definitely liked drink to cigar better.
I like
It was more
drink,
pronounced.
Yes, I like drink to cigar better. For me, the viscosity of this
Yeah.
was more profound.
It hangs around.
Drink retro hell.
Yeah, it hangs around longer.
What I'm loving about this cigar though, and you and I both are at the same place where we are on our retro hells.
Okay.
I can retro hell a full retro
Mm-hmm.
on this one. And it is so relaxing. It is so soothing.
Yeah. That was full, retro hell at first. And it's like you're getting so much flavor out of this when you retro hell with this. If you guys don't retro hell, tell me why. Okay, first of all, tell me why. Maybe you don't know how. There are plenty of videos out there that'll tell you how. I'll tell you, take in the smoke, shove your tongue to the roof of your mouth, blow it out through your nose. Dave Blanco has told me,
Blanco,
everybody, okay?
Michael Herklotz has done this. Here's another tip for you. If retroing, because some people just do not have the ability to be able to breathe it out through their nose.
And I'll tell you, I used to be that way. It's like, I can't figure it out. I just can't do it. And I used to be a cigarette smoker, right? But when you breathe it into your lungs and then breathe it out through your nose, it's easy. You can do it. But to bring it into your mouth and try to get it out through your nose, that's a different bird. So I couldn't do it before.
This is what we call the chipmunk method. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, so typical draw. Okay, we say you want to take a draw every 45 seconds to a minute on a cigar.
Yeah, to keep it going.
To keep the nice burn going. That's what helps give you the nice cone. If you're getting a concave in your cone, then you're typically not smoking it fast enough. Okay, but take a good count to 4 draw. Okay, and then hold it in your mouth, hold it in your palate there. Fill your palate up with smoke, and some of it will come up into these olfactories up here,
right?
Which you have 5 sensories in your tongue.
Right.
There's thousands of them in your olfactories up here.
The majority of your taste come through your nose. And so Gabby Caffey, he's talked about that. It's like if you're a cigar reviewer and you don't retro hell, you are not really truly reviewing a cigar.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't trust you. If
trust
you're reviewing a cigar and you don't retro hell, you are missing out on so many of the flavor notes. So
I even go so far. If you're reviewing spirits and you don't retro on your spirit.
Interesting. Yeah.
So if you notice me when we're coming in, and we're starting this off, and my mouth is open. I'm drawing in through my nose.
Right.
But my mouth is open.
Yeah.
And I'm getting that full aspect of it. And even when I drink.
Yeah. And of course they tell you, breathe in through your nose, blow out through your mouth, do it 3 times so that when that ethanol hits you, you're not shocked.
Yes.
And so when you first start drinking a bourbon, breathe it in, blow it out. Breathe in, blow. Do that 3 times. I love the nose. I can't remember his name. He's Scottish. He's called the Nose. And he's like, oh, how you doing?
Yes.
Oh, nice to see you again.
I do the sip, swirl method.
Sip, swirl.
2 quick sips.
Yeah. Get that in there. Get it. Yep. Get it acclimated to your palate.
And then swirl. And you'll notice, you maybe even have noticed on this episode and the previous episodes that we've done, that when I take that third sip.
Is that a swift and a swipe at the same?
It's all of it combined.
All combined, yeah.
When I take that third sip, I said it again. I swirl it around.
Yeah.
Let it coat.
Chew it.
Kentucky chew.
Kentucky chew. Chew it in your mouth. Get it in there. Don't
Let it
just
coat.
shoot it.
Let it coat.
Don't shoot it.
Never shoot your
Yeah.
whiskey.
You wanna coat your palate. So the same thing is with a cigar. You wanna bring that smoke into your mouth and chew it, basically.
You
Keep
got-
it
you
in
got me
your
on that one. Smoke.
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 Smoke. Bring it into your mouth so that you can chew it and you coat your palate. And then, like you said, a little bit of that smoke, if you don't retrohale, a little bit of that smoke will make its way up into your nasal passages.
And then just continually doing that.
And for me now, nasally, if you will, it is hard for me not to retrohale.
I don't think I can take a draw without retrohaling to some extent.
Yeah, it is hard for me. Now, I haven't retrohaled. If you'll watch on our video, Noel Rojas is on our open when we do that. It's like a frickin' dragon. He's like, the entire smoke he brings into his mouth, the entire smoke is going out through his nose. I haven't gotten to that point, but I retrohale enough that when we're tasting the spirits.
Okay, so you remember his
oh yeah, become a cigar specialist.
his cigar specialist box. So there was a group of us that were doing it, and he was there.
Well, yeah, I was there
And
before it was created.
yes, and he said, "Stop! Wait! Hold! Stop right there! You're not retroing." No, I am. I'm bringing out. No, you're not retroing.
Yeah.
And he made each of us.
This was at
truly,
Underground, right?
Yes, this
Yeah.
is at Underground. He made each of us truly 100% retro. And the number of us that were there, we started just coughing and people that were just coughing and just
Yeah.
pretty much to the point of blowing it up, and
Yeah.
getting almost sick to the point. But that was the point that really taught me what retroing truly was and the benefit
But
of
you're
it.
you're talking about somebody that is a cigar blender that understands each tobacco leaf, that understands all the aspects of that tobacco leaf, and he wants to make sure he is getting the full flavors of each tobacco. So he has to retrohale.
And this was a Ligero.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is a Ligero that we had.
I've been with Noel before the Bluebonnet came out. We
Yeah.
did a test blend with that before the cigar specialist came out, and you can't find these kits anymore. I've got one.
I've got one.
I've got one, and it's a fun kit because you learn how to. We've got a past episode. Noel Rojas was here on the set with us, and he explained the whole kit. Each one is a Habano wrapper. Little cigars about this big. One tobacco leaf in the cigar.
That's it.
That's it. It's not blended. It's one. So you learn how to taste Condega, Esteli, Jalapa,
Ometepe.
Ometepe.
Yes.
You learn how, and in different primings, Viso, Seco, Ligero. You learn how to taste those and go,
Yes.
oh, that, yeah.
And you have a card in front of you.
Yes.
To take notes of
So
and contrast and compare.
So when you get a cigar like this, you're going, oh yeah, I can taste the Condega in that. I can taste the Nicaraguan in that, and I enjoy that. Or you look at it and you start going, you know what? This guy is using this tobacco. I want that cigar because I know I like that tobacco.
Here's what's really interesting about this. Condega to Esteli, both volcanic regions, 30 miles apart. That's it. It's 30 miles from Esteli, Nicaragua to Condega, Nicaragua. That's not much.
No, it's not.
That's what I traveled to get down here.
Right.
To Cedar
Hill from where you're at, yeah.
30 miles. But the differences that you can pick up.
Yeah.
It's astonishing, really.
Yeah. So going back to this cigar, we're talking, I mean, 5, 6, 10-year age. And then the Spanish tobacco, which I don't get a lot of. You know, you don't get a lot of cigars with this Spanish tobacco. I'm thoroughly enjoying it again because Dave, hang on, man. This is the second time smoking this, so and paying attention to what I'm drinking while I'm smoking it. Okay, so this cigar again. Your first time smoking it?
First time smoking it.
Okay.
And I've smoked a number of Macanudos in my time. I mean, I've been smoking since '92. You know, so 32 plus years. I typically don't go towards. I mean, you and I both are boutique smokers predominantly.
Predominantly,
right?
yes.
This is one that if I saw at a brick and mortar, I would pick up.
Yeah, and a lot of their Inspirado cigars that they have, the Macanudo Inspirado, they've got some pretty good blends in those. But they are definitely putting out something that is not what you would say, it's not your daddy's Macanudo.
No.
You know, this is not your old school Macanudo. They are definitely branching out to where they know they need to hook a lot of other smokers.
The boutique, those of us that go more towards the boutique.
Yeah, and so they need to put something in there that is going to get us, because you're right, I don't have a whole lot of Macanudos in my humidor, and I've got well over 3,000 cigars in my humidor at home.
I don't have his number yet, but I have well over 500 to 1,000 cigars in my humidor.
And how many are Macanudo?
None.
None.
Zero.
But
99.99% of them are boutique.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But that having been said, I absolutely 100% enjoy a cigar where it's consistent all the way throughout the profile.
Yeah.
And this one hits on all of those marks.
Yeah, it sure does. So great cigar review. I think we're looking at this. We did double pairing again. Fantastic. Unexpected.
Which one was your favorite?
I mean, I enjoyed both, but I would have to go with the Michters.
I'm gonna
have to go with the Michters. That's me. It's tough. I enjoyed both of them. I thoroughly.
I don't think I can come out with a favorite.
Oh
I
no.
don't think I can come out with a favorite of one over the other. I can absolutely 100% find that time and period where I would enjoy one over the other.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is 100% is the summer.
Yeah.
This one 100% is winter.
I can get
this
that.
one over this one or this one over the other? No, I can't say that.
But I do like this one just because of the viscosity. But they're both good.
Whatever. Yes, that viscosity.
Right.
But that summertime drink. I mean, here we are in June, right? We're coming up into Texas summers.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking hot.
I'm gonna go for this one over this one. But when we come into the winter time, I'm gonna go for this one over this one.
Okay, I can get that. But cigar itself.
So you've heard me say this before. Cigars, I typically come to rotation worthy, 5-pack worthy, or box worthy.
Yeah.
This one is definitely in that 5-pack worthy.
Okay.
I would 100% without
I would put this, if you want to go in those terms, I would definitely put this in a rotation worthy.
Okay. So I'm a little bit higher up than you on that. I would come in, and this is a 5-pack worthy where I would, that's rotation, and I want to keep some in there.
Well, because this is a lighter cigar,
yeah.
it is very flavorful though. So I think it's rotation worthy. It's definitely something you want to keep in there that you can come back to.
100%.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would think. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys have smoked this, let us know. If you haven't, you need to go find it.
Go find it.
Go find
yes.
it. It's very enjoyable. And if you've had it paired with something, let us know what you paired it with. And maybe it was something that it was totally different than these. And I'd love to try it myself. But Macanudo Emissary Espana. Definitely something you need to try and smoke, okay?
Michters. Standard
yeah,
bourbon.
standard Michters. And Hirsch. This was a bivouac, totally different. But anyways, great pairing. Appreciate it, Dave.
Always.
Right? Always. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Pick up your collectible Texas Cigar Roadshow laser engraved whiskey glass at giftygarage.net.
Dave, we're going to do a little review here.
Let's
Got something
do this.
that I think is kind of up your alley.
Maybe a little bit.
I like it. It's this is something fun to do at home. This is from Aged and Charred, and you can go out there and find them on their website, agedandcharred, okay, .com. But you craft your own flavor. Of your whiskey.
You craft your own flavor.
Craft your own flavor.
Okay.
Infusion bottle and 6 flavors. It's got the wood that they've got is oak, pecan, cherry, peach, and the flavors are orange peel and cinnamon.
Interesting.
So very
Let's
interesting.
get this out of the way.
Okay, cool. All right, so what we've got here, you can see the box here, okay? The box there. Open this up. Take out the plastic on top.
Nice spot, nice.
So this
bottle
is
here.
your infusion bottle.
Okay.
So you can see the infusion, and this is going to unscrew down below, and this is where you're going to, I've never done this, okay?
Okay, so that's where you're going to put the chips.
Right. You're going to unscrew this, put these wood chips inside this, screw it back on. It's got, you can see the little holes in there, so that wood is going to flavor whatever spirit you put in here.
Right.
Would you suggest, I don't know what they suggest, get a medium the road bourbon whiskey or a neutral spirit like vodka?
I would try, honestly, I would try it with both.
Okay.
I would try it with both. I would try it with like a white dog, a
Moonshine?
neutral spirit moonshine.
Okay.
A non-infused flavored moonshine.
Okay.
So try that first to see. Let it sit, let it age for a bit, and see what kind of flavors you get.
Yeah, this is going to tell you how long to let it sit. And of course, the longer you let it sit, the more infused it's going to become. But we've got wood in here that is cherry. You've got peach over here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got pecan over here. You've got some orange peel over here. And then cinnamon right here. And then oak in this one. So I would probably, wouldn't you like mix a wood with a flavor maybe?
I would. And if you're wanting to, okay, so let's talk about the different styles a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I'm wanting to go with a little bit more of a weeded bourbon style,
Okay.
I would go with the oak and the cherry.
Oak and cherry, okay.
If I wanted to go with a little bit more of a rye style, I would go with maybe with the oak and the peach.
Okay.
Get a little bit of stone fruit in there, because we
Okay.
get our stone fruit notes from the rye.
Okay.
Okay, so if I want him to go with a little bit more of a balance, then I would go maybe with the cinnamon, orange peel, and the pecan.
Okay. So a little bit of, mix a little bit of each of them together, because like like you can see here, this container is not that big.
No.
So you want to put a little bit of
each
in there. You're going to put those back in there, screw that in. You've got your wood in there. You put your spirit in here, screw that back on, boom, turn it up, let it sit.
Now, you're going to have to be patient with this.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to be patient with this. This isn't something that you can go and put this in and then the next week come back and try.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be patient, give it some time to come back, and then see what kind
I think
of flavors
this
you
would
get.
be a fantastic Father's Day gift. This would be something.
As a dad myself,
Yeah.
I would love this.
This would be fun to do, to try to make something that who knows what it would turn out, and you're like, oh, I got a good creation here. Make sure you jot that stuff down so you can repeat it. But it's got a pretty good amount. If you look at each of these, it's got a pretty good amount.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
And what I like about this is that the size of the glass here, the size of the bottle, allows you to experiment. That way, if you wanted to come back later, then you can get one of those, those 5 liter type oak barrels.
Okay.
And then really start experimenting with it. With having some type of awareness or some type of knowledge or knowing what you're going to get out of this.
All right,
I
great.
think this is great.
This is a fantastic little kit. It's fun. Even if it's not Father's Day, it would be fun to do if you're a bourbon enthusiast and you want to experiment with coming up with something new. I think this would be a great little product to have for your anybody who enjoys bourbon.
And so agentcharred.com.
And I think that's pretty good little product, right?
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. All right, another great episode, don't you think?
Great episode, great discussion on the pairing and the news and the tip.
Yeah, and the tip, you got to keep your lighters and your cutters, but you want a clean cut on a cigar, so keep those things clean. That's a great tip.
It's so frustrating when you go to cut a cigar and it kind of sticks right in the middle of a cut. Yeah. So you got to keep that. So great tips, great news. Stuff is coming out. Guys, go to your brick and mortars and look for any new cigars that are out there. Put your comments down below what you guys are pairing your cigars with. We'd love to know. Help us out with the numbers. Continue to watch the shows. Share it with your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you guys get new stuff when we come out with everything. Tune in to Dave Yancey's Leaf and Grain because they're totally different than what we do here. But again, Steven's not here because he's sick. I'm not Steven.
No, he is not.
I'm not Steven.
But we always thank Tobacco Cabana for letting us be in here. And until next time, we always say with you guys, enjoy what you're smoking, wherever you're at, whoever you're with. And you're doing it because you want to enjoy the leaf.
Grow the culture.
And grow the culture, right?
And explore the pairings.
Explore the pairings. All right, guys? We'll see you next time.
Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association.